Hello everyone, welcome to Tops and Tails. Yes, the rumours are true. You can now see us as well as hear us. My name is Huw Ware, welcome along. It's a pleasure to be joining you today. This episode is brought to you by Pluto TV, the exclusive home of the MODUS Super Series, the free streaming service where you can watch non-stop darting action all for free. No sign-ups, no fees, just non-stop darting action, as well as thousands of movies and shows for you to watch at your pleasure. Download the Pluto TV app now and watch live on your smart television. The link is in the show description. My very first guest for our YouTube series of Tops and Tails is a player who transcends the sport that he took a part in. Very few people can lay claim to have that privilege, but it's fair to say that my guest today is none other than a national treasure. A two-time News of the World champion. It is the legend himself, Mr. Bobby George. Hi, Bobby.
Hi.
How are you, my love?
Still here.
Still here.
I'm still here, yeah.
Well, exactly. So I want to start with you because the reason why I wanted to come and interview you today is because you have a new book out.
Yeah.
Everywhere you can get your books from, just like this podcast. It's called Still Here, Bobby George, the King of Bling. It's a brilliant book, Bobby. I read it through the other night. Lots of stories. Lots and lots of stories, filled with great stories, and also quite poignant, I thought, at the end as well, which we'll come on to a little bit later on. First of all, thank you very much for having us in your house. This is George Hall, so thank you very much for letting us use it for today.
A pleasure.
I mean, when did you get this house, Bobby? Because it's true that you built this from scratch, didn't you?
I was younger then. I was just under, about 50 years old.
Yeah.
Right, no, more, less than that. 47, I was 47.
Had you made your second world final?
Yeah, this is 94.
1994, right?
Yeah, I think it was 94.
Just after the world final.
Yeah.
Which we'll talk about later.
I brought the land, and then obviously I got beat in the final. But we'll talk about that later.
we won't last on that. That'll be 30 seconds and gone.
Yeah, that'll be gone. Well, I overdone it, really.
Especially in the bedroom department,
Well,
Bobby. I mean, how many bedrooms?
I've got 18 bedrooms.
18 right. So has there been a party in this house where all 18 bedrooms have been used?
Yes.
Oh my God, that must have been a hell of a night.
It was. And a day.
And a day.
And a day. I thought, you know, when you do the drawings and you put them in to the councils and the building authorities and things like that, they always want to trim you back. Make it, no, you can't have that, you can have this. It's a power game, I suppose they play, I don't know. So I done a drawing, 28 bedrooms. So there was 2 more wings on this property. So put it in, me and Marie, my wife, we went to the meeting where they show it on the screen, the drawing. And they said, well, it's a bit over the top, but we can't wait to see it go up. I couldn't believe it. I put it in, they said, yeah, I can have it. So I had to wait 6 months and amend the drawing, put another drawing in. So I put it 18 bedrooms, which I still overdone it with the bedrooms, you know.
Apart from that one night and day.
Yeah, but people say, why did you have 18 bedrooms? Well, the reason why I can make love to my wife in a different room every night. And if she can find me, she can have it.
Oh.
But if she couldn't, I said I'm in room 12. That's why I've got 18 bedrooms.
It's like hide and seek.
Yeah, I better stop there.
It's shaped like a dart as well. Is that
Well,
true?
it's a flight of a dart.
Oh, it's a flight of a dart, of course.
Because from the front it doesn't look like, but it comes towards you that angle, and the back goes out that angle.
Right.
So from the roof, it's like a flight.
Yeah.
It's more difficult to build angles. It's difficult to get angles right on a building. I've overdone it, like, you know, and I was cutting the lawn. I'll tell you a quick story about it. I was cutting the lawn out there, and this woman came along with her dog and her husband, right? And she said, morning, Mr. George. Hello, darling. She said, I'm the history lady, she said, for the local school. And you called this George Hall? I said, yeah. She said, well, William the Conqueror Geoffrey Mandeville will turn over in their graves. It was called Martell's Hall for over 1,000 years, and you called it Georgial. I said, believe it or not, when I came here, it was a field. There was nothing there. So I thought I'd call it fuck all. But the council wouldn't let me, so I called it Georgial. She didn't know what to say to me. Her husband laughed. I thought, she's got some neck, telling me what to call my house, nothing to do with her.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what Georgial, and I just named it after my family name. Why not?
And built with your own hands.
So do you know, I look at this and I think to myself, no, I didn't do this. I think to myself, son, how did you do it? I've played darts in between. I had a bad back and all, but getting over the bad back trouble. And I just done it, plastering, bricking, putting the steel, multiple jobs you got to be, welding, you know, because I do welding and everything. And it took me 6 years.
That's how long it took, 6 years?
It took me 6 years to dig the lakes and do the building. I had a help from my nephews, weekends, they come up, clean up. My wife used to help me a lot, ordering the materials. You've got to get all the right materials, don't want to overdo it, don't want to waste material. So it's not just building it, you've got to measure everything, all the timbers you want, don't waste nothing. You know, there's a lot in it. But no fear, I didn't have no fear. So that's why I done it. But like the building inspector, I got to know him as a friend, Dave his name is. He said, I don't know how one man could do that. Because he said you'll have a
lovely house.
You'll have a lot of people doing it.
Yeah.
Because every time he came, I was welding one day, the girders, and the next day I'm carpentry, the next day I'm plastering. But what I'd done one room at a time. I built the shell, that's easy, the shell, and the windows there and everything, watertight. That's quite easy. It's plumbing, wiring, plastering, skirting board, hanging doors. I've got 50 doors, I think, to hang. You know, it's a lot of work. You've got to be multiple skills. Yeah. Some of the things I mucked up, obviously, because I didn't give it the elbow, but it's a lot of work, you know, to do. And but I'm glad. When I done upstairs the bedrooms, I plastered the ceiling in one, done the other one. Washed all the tools, put them down. Next day I went up to carry on. I thought, what room was I in? I can't remember what room I was in.
So
I've got another trowel. I don't like using new trowels. You've got to have one worn in. But I use a new trowel and I'm doing it like. Then the next day I thought, I'll go in that room. I thought, oh, there's my gear in there. You know, it's a bit of a...
Getting lost.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, a bumblebee looking for a flower or something to lay on. You know what I mean? I kept jumping from one. But I've done it. It took a long while. But now, me and my wife's here, you know, it's too big, really. But the grandchildren love it.
Oh, I bet they do.
Look at the length of this room, it's 60 foot long. They can ride a bike up and down this.
Yes, yeah.
Which they did have cars and they love it. They've got all the fields. And they said, don't sell it, Grandad, never sell it. If you're going to sell it to a George. Said,
yeah.
You know,
yeah.
But
well,
I've had a lot of fun out of it, don't get me wrong, I've had fun out of it. But it's a lot of work. When you get older, you think you can do the things you want to do. You think you can do the things when you're young. I see older people say that. And people listen to the programme and think, well, Bob's right. Because the older you get, the harder it gets to do. Your mind thinks the same. Because you never get old until you look in the mirror.
Yes, that's true.
I've took all the mirrors out of my house.
Oh.
Right. When you look in the mirror, you're old, aren't you?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. The story about the lady outside George Hall, that's in the book. And one other story that's in the book, which has kind of gone a little bit viral and been picked up in the press recently, is the story of this toe of yours that you have preserved in vodka.
Yeah.
I think we'd all like to be preserved in vodka at some stage or other. I think we've all been in that mood at some point. But people are still thinking to themselves, God, is this true?
Yeah.
Well, it is true. Because it's right there on the table next to us. And I mean, it's closer to me, so should I hold it up and sort of show it to the camera?
Well, I can do it. Well, you can hold it up, yeah.
Why don't you do it? Go on.
Right.
There we are.
There it is. I don't know if they can see that. You can see the now?
Yeah, I can. Yes.
Eh?
It's absolutely real.
Bloody flies in here. Anyway, when I had me toes started crossing over, right?
That's what happened, was it?
That's what happened. And that one was right over, and I couldn't get my shoe on.
Yeah.
So I said, "We'll cut it off." So I watched them cut it off.
Yeah.
They get let's say that is they're going to cut this one off. They get a scalpel and they go round with the scalpel. Then they go down the actual finger.
Okay.
Pull this skin off down. It's called a tulip operation. They call it a tulip,
Right.
believe it or not. They put it down and they get a big size cut, you know, like you cut your nails with, but a big, they go bang and it's off. Just crunch it off. And then they sew the skin up that they've pulled down like a tulip. And that's how they've done it. I watched them do it. And I said, any chance to have my toe back? And then I said, oh my God, oh no. I said, well, I'll come in, Bobby George. I want to go out with Bobby George. I don't want to leave something in here. So he gave me the toe. Philly's name was. And he said, I can't give you the stuff that will, obviously it's deadly poison that you can put it in to maintain it so it doesn't rot at all. But he said, put it in vodka do. Well, that's 20 years plus it's been in there.
So that toe's drunk. It's sort of encased in vodka for 20
Well,
years.
you can have a
Get it
drink. You can
kebab.
have a cocktail, or you can have a cocktail. But whatever one you prefer.
Oh.
No, I've done it just for fun.
I think it's great. You've had 4 toes off in total.
I've had four toes off because they crept over.
You've only got the one.
Well, they won't let you have them now.
Oh, right.
And when you have them cut off, they send them away in case you've got a rare disease or something.
Yeah.
You know.
But because they were crossing over,
It was crossing over, yeah. It just flies.
I know. I tell you what, all the flies have come to join us today.
Well, it's too hot. I'll turn the central heating off now, I think. They'll come in the warmth, don't they?
It's not because we smell, honest.
They've probably got the door open somewhere. No, so that's about me toe.
Yeah.
I only done it for a bit of fun. I didn't do it. I didn't think. I just done it for my own entertainment value, and I put it behind the bar.
Right, yeah.
And that's what I've done.
Fantastic.
It's quite funny now, you know.
Well, it strikes me in the book that when you first started playing darts, all them many decades ago now, it was a way, just another way for you to make money, really.
Sure.
Alongside all your other jobs that you had, you were laying granite floors and being a nightclub bouncer, amongst many other things, digging the Victoria line on the underground.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say? And if so, was there a moment when you were playing darts where you realised or you thought that there could be more to this than just another job on the side?
Well, ere I started playing darts, I went fishing because I like fishing. Sea fishing. It was in Kingsale in Ireland.
Right.
And I went with a fellow, Malcolm Ellis. He used to play darts. He's a dart player. And we couldn't get up and down in the boat, doing a UE green over the side. Oh, we got to come back. I couldn't fish. So he said, let's go and have a game of darts. And the pub is called the Lobster. The Lobster Pot is still there.
It's still there?
It's still there, yeah.
That should have a plaque outside. Here's where Bobby George
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, well, that's a good one. Anyway, so he said we're going to darts. And I thought, it's a funny game, darts. I thought, I didn't really take much notice of it. So he got a set of darts. Give me a set of darts. I thought, I ain't doing nothing else. And he's playing, he's chalking. And I want a shot out, say. What way do I? He said, treble 18. I go, where's that? And he goes, there. I go, boom, treble 18. He said, double 16. Boom, get it. He said, how'd you do that? I said, I don't know. I just throw them, and I have to know what to throw. I couldn't count then on a dartboard. And he said, "You got to take it up. I've been playing 16 years," he said, "and I can't do that as good as you. Because you haven't played, I'll tell you what shot to go for, and you're getting them." I went, "Nah, I don't want to do that." He said, "Anyway, well," he said, "when we go back Sunday, Monday night, there's the finals of the Monday League. He said, you want to come along and watch them, see what they're like?" I went, "Yeah, all right." So I'm watching these blokes. In fact, Freddie Williams was calling the game then. Freddie Williams, how about that?
Yeah.
And I thought, they're rubbish, these guys. They're the best in the area.
Yeah.
I said, "They ain't that good, are they?" He went, "Well, they have to go 4 different rounds to get it. It's not that easy." I said, "Well, all right, I'll take it up." He said, I said, "Yeah, I'll take it up and I'll be #1 player in the world." And he said to me at the time, he thought, "What a big-headed bastard he is." At the time, he thought that. I just said it, you know?
Yeah.
And I joined the Super League, was the best players, you know. And I know the bloke, Johnny Squire's his name, he's not with us now, bless him. He used to run it, he was a good organiser. I always never forget him because he had one tooth in his head and it was about 1.5 inches long, the front tooth. It was all different colours. And when he's talking to me, I keep looking at his tooth, you know what I mean? You keep looking at the dodgy tooth, don't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, Rob was to join. He said, "You don't play darts?" But I said, "No." He said, "Can you talk?" I said, "No." "Call a game?" I said, "No." "Oh, no, we only have the best," he said. "Yeah, got to have the best for the Super League." So Malcolm said, "If you don't put Bob in, I'm not playing." He went, "Oh, do you think he's that good?" He said, all right, he can't count, he's going to learn that, but he can play darts. So I joined. Sign it. It's a £5 to join then. That's a lot of money in them days, you know, £5 to join. They stopped that. The BDO shouldn't have stopped that, but they stopped it. I went in the Super League and I won it. So this Johnny Squire said, "It's a fluke. It's a fluke." I said, "Well, he ain't. He's won it. I told you could play. It's a fluke." Anyway, about 4 months later, I go in the Essex Masters to go in the World Masters. And I win that. Right? I'll get back to the pub with Malcolm and I'll go in and Johnny Squires is sitting at the bar. "Who won?" He went. "Who won?" His son is tooth like, "Who won?" He said, "Rob." They call me Rob. "Rob won." "No, he won the Super League. Who won the Essex Masters?" He said, "Rob did." "Nah, not even that. Not even that. It's also not." "Right out, over that. I'm not over that."
Would his tooth get more golden the more angry he got, or something?
Well, no,
Do you know what I mean?
the more yellow it got. Or green. Yeah, green. Dark green, light green. Yeah, anyway, so I went and got the trophy and put it right in front of him on the bar, on the pub. And he went, "What are you drinking?" He changed completely towards me.
Right.
"What are you drinking?" "Rob."
Yeah.
Because now he's got the Essex Master in his team, hasn't he? I never looked back. I went on and on. I got beat in the last, I think it was the last 16 that year, or the last 8 of the World Masters. Which was, I couldn't count. I didn't have to, I was learning to count.
Yeah.
It's all, when you see, as you know, you're a caller. You don't count the numbers. It's a memory of combinations. It's if I ask someone their telephone number, they can reel it off, and they don't see the numbers in their head because they know it so many times. Darts is the same. It's memory of combinations.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is, and I'll tell everyone that. Even the kids will tell that.
Yeah.
Do one combination first, keep on doing it, you never forget it. Then the next one. Anyway, I went on and on, I learnt to count, and then went in the News of the World, and I got to the last 8, I got to the grand finals.
Was that the first time you were brought to national attention, Bobby? At the
No,
News of the World?
no,
It
no,
wasn't, was
no,
it?
no, it wasn't. I was with Eric Bristow. He came with me and his dad,
Oh, wow.
right? And I got beat. I was gutted. I felt, oh, I got beat. All that way through, 10 months to get there. All them games you play and to get to the final.
Well, this was in the days, for context, that this was the days where the News of the World was basically the World Championships.
Well, it was.
Basically,
It was, because all the world could go in it.
Yes.
Wherever the paper was sold, you could fill in a form, you play 8 people, and you're in the News of the World.
Yeah, and it was best of 3 legs, all the way through. That
well,
was it.
3 legs, 8 foot, right?
From 8 foot?
8 foot was 2 3/4 inches longer than 7'9" and a quarter, isn't it? Roughly.
It's a lot of inches.
Well, they said 3 inches don't make a lot of difference. I used to say, well, you ask your wife. Wife.
I'll ask mine one day.
You'll ask yours one day. Nice one. Lovely one. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah.
So anyway, on an elm board,
Yeah.
a wooden board,
So you've gone all that way and lost.
lost.
You're right.
Oh, okay. So I thought, I've got to win it. I had to win it. And I went in again, and 1979, and I went through every, I'm not saying big-headed, but a record's a record. I won 2-0, all the way through the News of the World, all the way, and right up till I won it, I never dropped a leg. I won 2-0, 2-0, 2-0, 2.
That's some feats.
And I, on the television, I didn't know this for a couple of years ago, I was the first person to average over 100 in a televised tournament. I never even knew that.
Wow.
So that's another record I had, but I didn't know I had that.
Yeah.
You know?
When did you find that out, sorry?
Robert looked it up. He said, Dad, you had over 100.
Good God.
If you get it on the phone, can't you?
Yeah.
I said, I did. I'd have a look at all that anyway. So that was one of the record, and I won it without dropping a leg. No one ever done that. Then I went on. I won the Grand Masters twice. I won the European singles. I keep forgetting that. I beat Eric in the final of the European.
Yes.
That never comes up, and no one ever mentions that. I just remembered it. I won quite a few television. I've done enough to win, and because there wasn't much prize money then, it was more exhibitions with your money.
Nice.
So I went down a different road in darts. One for the trophy and the glory for a day. The next one, done another road, glory every day, because I won every day. Couldn't lose, could I?
Exactly.
That's what I done.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to come on to that
right.
a little bit later on. But so you won the News of the World in 1979.
Yeah.
1980 make the world final, and you're playing Eric Bristow, and of course it's the famous Eric Bristow,
Bobby George, Eric Bristow. Yeah, it was good fun.
I mean, probably in the days of Best of Order,
It changed.
probably the first boisterous darts crowd.
It was.
Were you expecting that before you walked out there? Were you expecting that atmosphere?
Well, I said, me and Eric said to me, right, Bo, we give him a show here, right? Because first time he's got to the final. I mean, I played pairs with him, everything. I knew his game. I knew we were mates. So I took him. I drove because he couldn't drive. We were mates. So I thought, well, we're in the world final together. We give it plenty. He said, if I give it, get up there. So give it all that. So we give it all that. No one done that before.
No
one ever done that. And the crowd like that, and they're saying Bobby George, Eric Bristow, Bob, and they all got involved in it, it was the first time that the crowd become a big part of the dance scene, I thought, because they were right into it. They were right jolly, they was happy, they wanted to sing, they wanted to get involved.
I mean, did it give you nerves? Did you feed off it? Did you love it? Like when you were up there playing.
I was old enough, so I was like 30, just over 31 or 30 something. Didn't get nervous. I was at the stage that I never got nervous, because you don't see anyone when you're playing darts. You don't when you're calling.
No.
You only see the dartboard. I only see the dartboard, and if you don't want to look up when you walk back, you don't have to. You can hear them, but even then, when you're playing really good, you don't hear them. It's weird. When you're playing really buzzing, you don't hear the crowd.
Yeah, when you're in the zone.
When you're in the zone, you don't hear it. If you're not playing that well and someone shouts out, you look, you know, it's not an excuse. It puts you off because it's one person.
Yeah.
When you've got them all going, it's not. It's
Do you
it's just
feel-
use. It's use. The more you do it, the easier it gets. You know, these boys today, I've got to say, these boys are playing each other all the time. They know each other's game. One will win, another one won't. One win, one will. They're playing all the time. Every day tournaments. We've done it every day exhibitions. I didn't go into tournaments because there was not much money.
Do you feel that world final, did it just sort of slip through your fingers? Did you feel?
No,
like
I had a
sort of-
chance, you know. I was ahead in the first half, and
Was there a missed opportunity there, Bobby?
yeah.
Do you
I
know
missed
what
the
I mean?
opportunity to go right up 2 sets in front of him. I missed it, and he come back and made it 3-all. I blew it because I would have had the darts at the end. I wanted, it's easy done. You want a 1, double 4, right? Now, you've thrown a dart, yeah, and you got it that 1. Okay, so I've got 18, say. Missed it a big 9.
Yeah.
I've got to go a big 1, double 4. Thousands of times I've done it, even in that short time. And you know what I thought to myself? Don't hit the 20. And I never thought of that before. I just look and throw. I thought, it's crucial time. If I got that leg, then I've got the darts and I can bully him a bit more. Because it makes a lot of difference when you've got the darts. I thought, don't hit the 20. Straight in the big 20. You know.
Well, your career became intertwined with Eric's off the back of that match,
Yeah.
really, didn't it? Because it became such an iconic match. Maybe certainly at that time the most iconic match that had been played on television, with the added crowd aspect as well. So
Yeah.
your careers and your lives, your livelihoods were intertwined with each other after that. A bit like Steve Davis and Dennis Taylor.
Yeah.
Would be a good comparison. That's fair to say,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
How good was Eric, Bobby? You know, we've had the Phil Taylor era and MVG
He
and
was-
Luke Littler. How good was Eric?
Eric was very good when he was good. But he could also be very bad.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes he didn't get going, he didn't get the right, but I would say 8% of the time he was up there, you know, banging them in.
Yeah.
It was good to be, Eric was a very good team person. You know, you're like, come on, Bo, come on, mate, you know. And he's great. But if you was playing against him, he was horrible.
Oh, can you imagine him in this era?
I mean,
you know, I
no, he get pulled up now. He couldn't do it. He couldn't blow smoke out the dartboard. That's another thing he done. You got to wait till the smoke goes. You know, can you imagine now?
Okay,
You know, at the time, I
everything.
should have said, don't blow the smoke.
Oh,
You know.
yeah.
And
Well,
and
not just
and,
going
and
for
he, you know what he,
jockey and
you know what he
cliff
done?
and-
You know what he done? He took the dart out and moved the dartboard.
No.
Yeah,
Did he?
yeah.
Good God. Well, where was that?
That was
Do
in
you
the
remember when
final.
that was? Oh, in the 1980
Yeah,
final?
and then to put it straight.
He
I'm
never
not
did.
saying I won that leg anyway, but that's what he done.
Good God.
But he was a master of winding you up,
Yeah.
winding up.
Yes.
And then when he won it, he said, well, we made a good number 2 and slagged me. I thought, I can't believe it. He's my mate. I know he was.
Oh,
You know?
well, you describe him in the book. The two of you were like an old married couple, and that pretty much sums it up, really.
Well,
you know, could you just talk to us about your relationship with Eric off the hockey? Because you had your ups and downs, didn't you? It's probably fair to say.
Eric, he wasn't tight, I must say that about Eric. He was not tight. You know, I can't have a milk. I've already got it, Bo. I said, no, you got it. Yes, I think, don't worry about it. You know, he'll buy you a drink and all that and everything. Good as gold. I used to work with him a lot. Later times, I did. Right.
Yes.
And he was a great till he's had a beer. 11 o'clock, he's a complete nuisance. He was rude to people, everything. He's like, I call him Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. That's what I used to call him. Because she changes. He used to change. When he was nice, you couldn't be... Like, had the phones in, and he was doing an exhibition. Where are you? I said, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I'll be round 5 minutes, I'll be there, less than that. I'll save you a place to park, he said. Pissing down the rain it was. And there he is. No, mate, you can't come in here. Yeah. Soaps. I pulled up, he got out of the way, pulled in, finished. He go and make me a cup of tea in the room. I'll get you a cup of tea, bud. That's great. 11 o'clock. Who are you? What you want? Oh my God. Terrible. Nice. He was terrible.
Yeah.
He was really... He's the one well, I know he got clumped a few times. You know, I helped him out quite a few times. You know, he played one. I don't know if it's... So I played in America with him. And, see, the Americans they'd say there was 200 people in the tournament, say. They have 100 cards, shuffle them, turn that card over, turn that one up. They played each other. Loser goes in there, winner goes back there. But every time we played that, they always had American in the final. It was impossible. It was impossible to have American in the final. So Eric said, they're cheating again. We're in the final, because we played all the English. Me and Eric, we used to play each other, so there's only two left, like, you know?
Oh, there was an unflinching honesty about Eric. You know, it's fair to say, isn't there? You know,
no, he said they're cheating. They're cheating, bro. Right, we'll stuff them this time, he'd say. I went, oh, yeah. He said, I want to go for 25 on balls, you just score. I went, hey? He said, so I'll make them look what they are. He said, cheats. I thought, oh, here we go. Just play your normal game and win. Yeah. So I've gone up, I don't know what I say, I got 100. He went, ball, 25, 25, 100. I thought, he's only doing it. I've gone up, so, ball, 25, he kept doing it. And I'm going out, bang. And I left him 3 balls and he got the 3 balls. Oh, my God. Oh. He gave it all that, right? Get on there, like he's give it. And he said, what's this flag doing? There's a Union Jack, right? Union flag, and the stars and stripes. He said, England's playing America. He said, England ain't playing America. Bobby George and Eric Bristow's playing against America. Players. We're not playing for our country. We're playing for ourselves. That's out of order. Which, in a way, he's right. I don't know if he done it to wind the other two up. It works. No. At any rate, it works. He's got the flag and pretend to wipe his bum on the flag and he's chucked it on the floor. I thought, no. And he's hit, I think, 3 balls I was out, even to make it worse. Yeah. Right? The roof came off. The building. They're booing him and he went... Like, give it all that. I said, Eric, they've got guns over here. I said, you better go. So off he's gone. I had to apologise.
Yeah. But did you find yourself having to do that quite a lot, sort of apologising for Eric? You know,
yeah,
every so often.
I did apologise a lot. He was naughty, but yeah. he wasn't bad. He was naughty. You know,
naughty, not nasty.
Yeah, well, he was nasty, but I knew what he was like. He wasn't, people didn't know him. Like, he have a photograph, Mr. Bristow. Oi, mate, have a photograph. I've got a handle to my name. Oh, Mr. Bristow, that's better. Yeah, what do you want? See, he was like that.
Oh, right.
And the bloke can't get the focus right. Right, so beat it, he said, you've had your time. That seems to embarrass me. I said, Eric, just take the photograph, don't say nothing. You know?
But at the same time, like I say, out of all the professional players that were out there, your career was defined by his career as well, more so than any other player. Is that fair to say? Like I say, your careers were intertwined, weren't they?
Eric had a bit of humour, and he offered more than just darts, didn't he? He was cocky, mouthy. He had, you know. And I used to say, well, they said, oh, I see you play Eric. I said, yeah. He beat you. I said, yeah, but I'm the good-looking one, aren't I? The good-looking one lost today. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it wasn't bad feeling all the time, no.
No.
He just the way he was.
Well, you saw the world together. You
Yeah,
know?
all the countries went, all different countries, all different tournaments. We shared our money, what we earned. And it wasn't like today, ain't like that today. But it was a few quid, which, you know, it was different times. It's a completely different time. You know, it was more fun. I thought it was good fun at the time. I enjoyed it. And people was nice to me. I've enjoyed it even better when people are nice to you, don't you?
Yes.
And you like to show off. You like to do the showman bit. Well, Eric done it in a different way than me. But that's why he stood out, because he was different. They're not just the same old curry down the front of your T-shirt job. It wasn't like that, you know?
Oh, he was a character.
He was a
You
character.
know,
He was a character.
Yeah.
He had a lot of mouth. I remember he got interviewed, and Alan Evans just beat him in the world, and he had an interview, and he said to Alan Evans, "You've got as much chance as winning this tournament as frying a pork chop in a synagogue." That's what he said to him on telly.
Oh wow! On television,
Yeah, live on telly.
we couldn't say that now.
No, well,
Oh, we couldn't say it back then.
no, well, he said it then, and Alan Evans said, "Well, I've got more chance than you. I'll just beat you." So so he shut him right up.
Yeah.
He put him in his place.
Yeah.
But he always used to say things out to what you shouldn't say.
Yeah, he used to say things. I suppose that the expression is saying it how it is. I mean, I hate that expression personally, because saying it how it is implies that is how it is when it may not be.
No,
it's how it is according to him.
To him.
Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that's the difference.
Yeah.
But that's what he used to do. But I think people used to relate to that. He was authentic.
Yeah.
In his own way, like you are authentic.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, if he
people related to that one way or another.
Well, he's like you say, he said it as it was. He said it as he thought.
Right.
I say it as I think.
As
same
we all
thing.
do. Well, we all do, don't we?
Yeah, but I try to do it more calmer, in a more polite way.
More tact.
Eric was bang right on the end.
Oh.
You know, no messing about.
No.
You know, I got out a few scrapes with him.
Bobby, you played in the 1987 World Championships. Didn't make another appearance there until 1993. I think that's right.
What year? Because you know all the years, I don't remember.
Yeah,
what was
so
it?
you played in the 1987 World Championships, didn't you?
Yeah.
And then was it you had a period of absence then until 1993?
Well, I had two little boys. I got divorced. I met Marie. I had two young boys, and I thought, well, I'm not going to go into. If you're in tournaments, you've got to be on the dartboard all the time. You know, you never ever got a day off. You've got to be at it all the time. So I took the road down. I've done the exhibitions. So I was on it more than them winning tournaments. But I had two young boys, so I wanted 6 years. I had a gap.
And you went consciously down the exhibition side of things, didn't you?
I've just done that. That's all I've done. You know.
Well, you had without going into details, you had great deals that came along for you,
Yeah,
and it was
I was
guaranteed
doing
money
Curry's
and all this
Brewery.
business.
Curry's Brewery. Without Curry's Brewery, I wouldn't have been where I am today. To be honest with you, Curry's were very good to me. They paid me good money. They gave me the proper gear. That was really good. But for me, I thought what I done. I thought, well, the world rankings are not in no more. But I didn't miss it. I didn't miss it. I didn't miss travelling.
Right.
Denmark, and you get 400 quid and a bunch of flowers. Yeah, who wants a bunch of flowers for a pickle? No, is it true though, isn't it?
I could have had the flowers.
Yeah,
The money. There you go.
They give you a bunch of flowers. I thought, where's the peas and honey? Let's have them. I don't want the flowers. Anyway, I was a winner every night. So I had to concentrate every night with Curry's Brewery. Put the show on. I had all the proper gear. I had a big stage setting. No one used to have that. I had electronics. I had the MC's suits. I got them suits as well. Bow ties. I paid for all that. There was Martin Fitzmaurice and Freddie Williams. There were two. Phil Jones was one as well.
Well, what are your best memories of those days, Bobby? Like on the road doing exhibitions, and I mean, you must have met some characters in the pubs that you used to go into.
Oh
and all the
yeah.
rest of it.
there's always one in a pub.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter where you go, there's always one. I played one guy, he said he's brilliant out, different out. So I started the sheets, they put down what they won, what work they do, got kids, how long they've been married, all that, how long he playing darts. He put never hit a ton 80. He said he's never hit a ton 80. So he played the 19s, this bloke.
Played on 19s?
Yeah, he said I was never hit a ton 80. Well, I said, you can't hit a ton 80 playing on 19s. It's impossible. Idiot. Playing on 19s, never hit a ton 80, he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, you believe him. You know.
Yeah, it's always, you must have seen some people, like some, you know.
Well, I played different games. I played you with different games, you know. I used to do fun games, different. I had to do harder things to win.
Yeah.
Than playing darts. And I used to do, it was called stalking, one game. And the bloke would go up 26. So I go double 13, see?
Right.
26.
Yeah.
Then he'd go 45, I go treble 15. 45, it's really good when you do it.
Yeah.
If you don't, you still get the same score. So
and that's a skill all of it in of itself, like more than just playing 501, you know, that idea of hitting the hole in the 8 or the treble 15 bang, you know, there you are. You know,
I should do the hole in the 8 and all that game, didn't I?
Yeah.
You know, so I've done it different, more skill, I thought. It's more entertaining, I just enjoyed doing it. So they had a shot first. This player I played, he was terrible, he was. You know, I thought, I've got to follow him. I'm going to take it out of this game. Anyway, I thought, hit the double, you know, please hit the double, let's get it over. Hit the double, his wife jumps up, and her whole body, her legs were wrapped around me neck.
Oh.
I can't believe it. I've got a woman on my shoulders.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sound of bang.
Yeah, bang, she went mad. Oh. She really believed he won. You know, he beat you. And she jumped, she took off. Little Richard was calling, he couldn't believe it. I've got her hanging around my neck like, her legs.
She thought it
You know,
was
there's one over there, one over there. Right. There's a lot of lovely people, fun people about.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
There's a lot of fun people about. There's a lot, even some of the dart players of today are fun.
Yes.
Like Michael Van Gogh, he calls me Grandad, doesn't he? Hello, Grandad. And he's quite funny.
I think Nathan Aspinall as well is
he's
a huge entertainer on the exhibition circuit.
Yeah.
He'll land on stage as well on the
They all got a bit of that, but they're not allowed to do their humour. You can't see them do the humour. In the back room you can, but they're not allowed to go out in the audience and mix and that. They're wrapped up in cotton wool there, aren't they?
I mean, different era, isn't it? I mean, different sport, different so the amount of money that's in the game these days and things. I mean, what sort of, how comparing your era and today's era? I mean, would you change your era for today's era, Bobby?
No, not really.
You're happy with the era that you played in?
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Good luck to the boys.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Good luck to them. No, I'm happy with what I've done. Yeah. I'm happy with what I got out of it. I enjoyed it.
I mean, is there anything that you would change about today's era from yours? Is there anything that's
no, not really.
Mind,
no, I think I've done what I thought I would do.
Yeah.
But I jumped. I was going to tell you about Michael Van Gogh. So he tells me, I've got a new number, Grandad. I said, oh yeah. Well, put it on my phone. I'll ring you a couple of days' time. I used to ring him up sometimes or FaceTime, see. So he took me phone. Anyway, I'm looking for him. I ain't got his number. Looking for Michael Van Gogh. It ain't in the book. So I didn't ring him. So I went for MODUS, and he was there. Grandad, you told me you'll ring me. I said, I couldn't find you in the book. In my phone, not my book, in my phone.
Yeah.
He said, it is, look, give us here. Well, I'm looking for M, and Michael Van Gogh. He's got it under B.
Under B?
Best in the world, he's put.
Oh.
He put best in the world.
I love that. I didn't know that. That's great.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Oh, that's
I'll show you.
Is he
still
still in your phone?
Best in the world. Yeah. See that? It's got good humour.
Yeah.
So, but they can't all show their humour.
No.
It's too tight, you know. It's too tight game, and playing for a lot of money.
I was going to say, frankly
And
speaking,
they-
is that because of the amount of money that's in the
Yeah,
game more
and
than
it's-
anything?
They must be worn out, the boys as well, because they must get. I mean, I used to do exhibitions and enjoy it, but in the end, it's hard work doing it every day. When you might have a day off and you've got to do something at home, or you haven't been home for 3 weeks, or all that game, and that's what they're like. You know, it's nice selling the B's and A, but you don't get it for nothing. It's all part of the game. In my day, you either done it or you didn't. If you didn't go in the tournaments, you didn't get the world rankings, you was in it. I didn't go in there, and I still got in the world rankings in the end. So, you know, it's just different people, different personalities, different walks of life. No one's the same. But them boys, it's very hard what they're doing. It's just hard.
Bobby, I think another thing that sort of comes through very clearly in the book when I was reading it is your work ethic and your work attitude. And I alluded earlier on about how, you know, you used to lay granite floors, you worked on the London Underground and nightclub bounce, amongst many other things. When darts first came along, it was another way for you to make money, you sort of money chasing and travelling up and down. And you talk in the book about sort of going to sleep in the back of the car.
Oh, yeah,
on
I've
your
done
way
that.
back from darts exhibition and things.
Oh, yeah.
You talk about using a nearby puddle in the street
Shaving.
as the water to shave in.
Yeah,
you know?
I've done that.
Well, I mean, there's this sort of, but this hard graft and this work ethic, because when you left school at 14 and you didn't
Yeah.
have any qualifications at all when you left school at 14.
Nah, I was
Could barely able to read or write.
I didn't know. I used to put the ends back to front. I
Right.
put things around the wrong way, but they didn't know what it was. You know, I don't know what they call it, something now. I could read, but I couldn't spell at all. Hardly anything. But how can you read and can't spell? It's like looking out the window and it goes black. The whole window's black. I don't know why it was, but I just wasn't built that way. We can't all be the same. I was built very good with my hands and my strength of my body. I dig tunnels. I do double shifts. I could lift the rings up, you know, 200-pound rings and
I mean,
all things like that. Lay granite floors, everything. But I went to earn the B's and honey. When I played darts, I could see, hang on, I can earn a few quid here, which I did.
and that was always the motivation for you, really.
The motivation,
quite frankly, was
well, it's everyone really.
Well, it is, yes.
People say,
Yes.
didn't you do it for the sport? No, the sport done it for me.
Yes.
I didn't do it for the sport.
Yes.
The sport done it for me to earn money. So that's why I done it.
And I mean, if I may say so, leaving school at 14 and no qualifications, well, I mean, a lot of people at that point wouldn't have had the determination to make a better life for themselves. I mean, you did, didn't you? I mean, so that work ethic, that drive, that sort of passion, and following your passions as well, which we'll come to in a bit. Where does that come from, Bobby? Does that come from your childhood, from being raised by your father?
Yeah.
I mean, your mother passed away when you were 3 years old.
Yeah,
of
that
TB,
didn't help
she?
me a lot, did it? That, you know. And my dad was blind, went blind.
And your dad was blind, and he
So-
brought you up, didn't he?
Yeah. And he married another lady that she was a bit harsh with me. She did. I don't know any different. I call her mum. I did because I didn't know any other mum. You know. But we didn't have nothing because my dad was blind, and we had to go to jumble cells. I remember my dad said to me, he said, "Son, there's half a quid, half a bar. It's 10 shillings then, them days. Go down the army surplus store and get yourself kitted out." Well, it was after the war, so I was about 7, I suppose. So the war had been finished 6 or 7 years. Well, the army surplus, so some of these soldiers had to they had to sell them off, get army boots and all the gear. Well, I went and got a pair of boots and trousers, and I got a nice jacket with all colours on it and that. Must have been in my mind then, you know. So I got the jacket and I put it on, and I went to school in it. I was all happy. And I got to the school gates and they all saluted me. I went as a Japanese general. I didn't know that. It was a Japanese general's coat.
That's interesting that the idea of sort of dressing up and looking,
I thought, I'll have that.
and all that, that was always in you, wasn't it?
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I had to fight my way out of things. I wasn't my dad's fault you went blind. It's just one of the things. We didn't have a lot, but I'm still here, and I didn't mean to say that, but you had to. You had to be streetwise quick. I wasn't a naughty boy. I helped my dad a lot. You know, I was my dad's eyes, because he was only young when he lost them, but he learned quite a bit. He said, "Do it like that," that's what I used to do. But I thought, I've got to get out of it. I can't have this. I ain't living like this the rest of my life. I've got to go out and earn a few quid. So the only way I could earn a few quid was to use me strength I had. Yeah, and me will to do things with my hands.
Because you were good at it. You knew you were good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I met my headmaster, Ken Aston. He was the referee for the '66 World Cup. He's the guy that invented the red and yellow card. Gosh. Ken Aston. He was my head teacher. And I met him when I won the News of the World after the Rolls Royce and all that. And he said, I admire you, Robert, he said. And what you've done something better than sitting in an office pushing a pen all day. You're going around, meeting people around the world, playing the sport you like. You made it, he said, because we can't all be the same. That's what he said to me. But he remembered me when I used to phone him up. His wife would say, "Ken, our Robert's on the phone." Isn't that funny? He always remembered me.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, because he used to buy flowers off my dad, and I used to go around and plant them for him. And he was a nice bloke. But I've got no regrets, mate. And I ain't got no regrets. You know, we used to drop it, wash it, pack it up and eat it. They don't do that now. If a kid drops a sweet on the floor, "Oh, don't touch that, darling." We used to get it, wash it and eat it, didn't you? Years ago, you wouldn't, but it's a completely different world we live in now. You know, the darts is a change, completely changed.
And you followed your passions, didn't you? So you knew you were good with your hands. You were a very practical person, so you played to your strengths and you played to your passions.
Yeah.
You love Chinese cooking, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Fishing is a big passion of yours. Darts, I suppose, became a passion later on. Of
course. Because I knew I was good at it, I wanted to play it.
I'm exactly the same.
You know, that's the
Not
thing.
that I was any good at darts, but I'm exactly the same. In school, if I was good at something, I wanted to carry on.
I remember I was talking to you when you were younger, and you said you wanted to be a sports writer.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Or do sports on television or something like that. Well, you have done sport, haven't you? You're a referee. You're up there. You've done it. You got there, haven't you?
Yes.
You know,
and I'm a podcast
and you do it. Oh yeah,
God damn it!
So I forgot we've done doing this.
I know. Yeah,
you know?
Don't forget those. It's just us.
But ain't it funny? That's life, isn't it? Because you wanted to do it. You dreamt of doing it. I dreamt of being something and doing something, and I did. I got it.
Yes.
And all the other things I've done is just fun on the way. Journey of life it is.
Oh, it is. Absolutely. Well, I mean, in talking of journeys of life, I mean, I think you took part. It's perseverance, isn't it? Is what I'm trying to say. You persevered.
Oh, it says still here, and that's why I'm still here. I wasn't going to do another book, but I thought I'd have a bit more fun in the book. You in?
Absolutely.
I tell some stories. They're all true. There's no Mickey Mouse stuff. Some of it you think it's almost impossible. It happens though, doesn't it? So the life is, it's all printed out. All the guys who want to be a good dart player, listen to this, got to dream it. I dreamt I won the News of the World before I won it. And when I won it, I thought, I dreamt this, I've dreamt about it. It's funny, if you want something, you think and work hard at it, nothing's for nothing. You've got to put yourself out, got to sacrifice. Like Christmas Day, you got the dartboard. Christmas Day, Boxing Day. You don't have no Christmas because you're playing straight away World Championship after Christmas or in between. So it's not easy, but people think watching the telly, seeing these guys play, they've worked hard to get there. They're about hours and hours probably 10,000 hours to be half tidy player.
Now, I think you took part in probably the biggest battle of perseverance, certainly on the darting stage, that there will probably ever be in 1994 when you broke your back on stage and then had to play. We got through that game, but then had the semi-finals and the final. I mean, how you won that semi-final, Bobby, from 4-2 down
I don't know. I don't
with
know.
a broken back.
I don't know.
You don't even know, do you?
I don't know. So your back controls your body. Everything, all your nervous system. If your back's gone, you've had it. You've had it. You can't walk properly. You can't walk.
You were told you by rights you shouldn't be able to walk.
Well, when I in tunnels, I was a big guy then, right? Well, you know,
I noticed it.
I damaged my back in the tunnels, but because I was young and I was muscly, the muscles grew around my spine. That's what I found later.
And that's what saved you, essentially.
Well, when I broke my back against Kevin Kenny, right, at quarterfinals, right. I hit a double, jumps up in the air. No, I hit a double, yeah, and I come down because it's a bit springy, them floors. They're springy.
And that's what it was it? You
I've gone down and I've gone up quick and it went bop. I knew. I thought, oh, I've done something here. And Kevin Kenny, good luck. He said, you done your back? I went, yeah. All right, I got through it. I won it. I had to go to hospital. It's a horrendous pain it was. I thought, oh dear. Now, I'm in the semi and I can't play in it. And I play. As it happens that year, I've really bashed them up. I mean, they're all top dart players then. And I was beat them comfortable.
It's a miracle though that you even got up on stage for that final, isn't it? So
well,
just
what I done, I went to the hospital.
Was an achievement.
And they sent me to a private guy, and he said, "You can't play darts. You broke your back. It's the one that you can walk." I said, "Well, I'm sort of holding on to." He said, "We can make you a corset, but you won't be able to bend properly in it. It's rigid, right? It's up here, right the way down. Then me crutch, everything, corset thing. It wouldn't give me any drugs.
No painkillers, no
nothing. No, we can't do it because you can do yourself more harm." He said, "If you gonna go, you'll pass out. And that's the safe you." I thought, cool, you're getting a bit hot, this, isn't it? If I pass out, I thought, here we go. Anyway, they made it, and I played the semi-final, and Magnus Carus has beat me up.
Sorry, Bobby, to interrupt. How long was there between you finishing your quarter-final, going to the doctors and starting? Was it like 24 hours?
Yeah.
It was 24 hours between them to get the corset and all that?
Yeah, it was over. They made it out overnight. Went there, put it in. Yeah.
Dear me. Anyway.
So, anyway, I played him, and I thought, I can't play this, so it's killing me. Just killing me. I can't do it. And Marie's going to me, get off. She, my wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's saying, get off, Bob, off. Kept seeing her, wait me get off. Yeah. I thought, no, I ain't getting that. Nah, I ain't having it. I've got a flat for this one. I thought I was Rambo, I think.
Did you still feel you could win that game from 4-2 down, or was it more just a case
of
finishing the game?
4-2 down, he needed one more set, and it's good night campers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And actually, he missed 141 out to beat me.
Yes.
In the fifth set.
Yes.
Right? He missed double 18. And he never had a shot.
No.
Not one leg did he have another shot.
Yeah, you won 9 straight legs, didn't you?
Yeah, 9 straight legs.
I mean...
Was it 9 or 10? 9 or 10 I won.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the moment in that game where you thought, Christ, I could actually win this? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I thought, just keep going. But when I moved my body, it was so difficult. I could score really good. Because I thought, well, this is handy. Yeah. You know, treble to 100, 85, 140, 180 probably, 85, 60. I was doing all right. But when I want to move, I couldn't. I found it difficult.
Yeah.
But what I found, I went like single, double top, which I wouldn't go for doubles. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I got
yeah.
it. You know, like 66 left. I did it quite a few times. 66. Every time I left it, I got it. Every time.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Yes, from
You know,
the highlights that I've seen, yes,
yeah,
you did.
every
Every
time
time
I
you had a shot, you got it. Yes.
I got that every time. I
Yes.
got that shot. And I thought, come on, Bob, you can do it. You can do it. Sweat was pouring off me. I couldn't drink either. So I mean, I was used to have a beer.
Yeah.
No beer.
You
Because
couldn't drink at all, no?
I couldn't go to the toilet. I couldn't undo all this thing, didn't I? Go to the
Right.
toilet.
Oh, yeah, of course.
They they cleared me out before they put it on, like. Give me a 3,000 mile service, like. And
So there's an upside to everything, isn't
no,
there?
tighten the screws up, like, and I was away. And I thought, hit the double, Bob, and you got it. Don't miss you, tart. You look at it, you can read me lips.
Yes, yeah, you can, yeah.
Don't miss you, tart.
I think you can hear me
Bang.
actually as well.
Bang, straight in, boom, done it. Couldn't jump up in the air, couldn't move. Next time, I couldn't, it's terrible. I couldn't even get out of bed. I couldn't get up screaming.
Did you think so? No, I'm not getting up to play this final,
no,
this
so-
world final. I can't do this.
And it was, because they used to have a gap then, but they changed it.
Oh, that's handy.
No, they changed. No, it wasn't ended. It didn't have a gap. The next day I played the final.
Yeah,
They used,
no,
to,
that's what
they
I'm
used to have a
saying.
Saturday off,
Yeah.
then play the final.
You know, and they changed it for that year.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's
If
sake.
I'd had
yeah.
a day that day, I might have had
Yeah.
half a chance. But I still can't play. And they say, Bob, you know, embassy, come see, you know, do your best if you can, you know. And you've got 50 people outside broadcasting in that. You got all the fans brought all the
Yes.
tickets. You got all the television people around the world, and you haven't got an event. And my missus said, don't do it. You can't do it. Anyway, I said, I'll give it a go. But, you know, if I do it, I'll do it. I've scored it. I watched the video. I outscored Party. Got it a double. I had 54 darts out of double, I think. If you check it, someone will pull me up if I'm wrong, but it's 54, something like that. Darts out of double. Ridiculous. Just couldn't move my body. I couldn't move my body.
There was
That's
also,
what done me. I couldn't move.
Yeah,
to,
going
you know, you
through
don't
the doubles,
realise
yeah.
when you're playing darts how much pressure you put on the force you play at, and when you twist, it's a different pressure you got, and then you got the right. It's a
all
lot
these
more.
things we take for granted with
You
our
take,
back,
yeah,
you know,
you
all of a
don't.
sudden-
But when you got it, you can feel it bad.
Yes.
And I thought, well, I ain't gonna win, so I just went through the motions. Well done, John. Shook his hand. That's it. I was glad to get off the start. I was so glad to get off. That's all I thought. Hit the double, for Christ's sake, man. I'm saying it for him,
Yes.
because I wanted to get off. I didn't want to carry on, but I went through the motions.
There was also a lot of politics going on in the sport in 1994 with the formation of the PDC, then the World
Yeah.
Darts Council was going on. And of course it's well documented about how toxic that all was and all the rest of it and all the different roles that players
Right.
and managers played and the heads of the organisations. Were you ever asked to join the World Darts Council, Bobby?
I was
Were
in.
you asked to
I was
join
in the
any
players' room, and Phil Taylor was there, and his dad was there, and he had a scroll, like scroll paper, and he put it out, and he put his beer on one end of it, and he signed it. See, so I said, "What's that?" Because I had a gap. Remember, I had a gap for 6 years.
Yes.
I didn't know what the argument. No, I didn't know because I wasn't involved. He went, "Oh, we've got our own sort of union. We joined, get some more television program." I said, "Oh, good luck to you." No aggro. But no one ever asked me. No one ever said, "You want to join the?" Wasn't the PDC? It was something like that.
Yeah, the WDC, wasn't it? Yeah. You weren't asked, were you? No one asked
No
you
one
at all?
said, "You want to join, Bob?" No one at all.
Right. Where did Ollie Croft go right and where did Ollie Croft go wrong, Bobby, for you?
Well, I think the prize money.
Is that what it was? Pure
I
and
think it's the
simple?
prize money. You got snooker, Embassy snooker. They've got big money. Embassy darts got Mickey Mouse money. Now Embassy can't see him moaning at or having a go at Ollie if he said, "Can we increase the prize money for the boys?" A big jump,
Right.
but he didn't. So I think he was worried you can go up, but you can never go down. And he's worried if he went up too quick, you know. But that's what I think he done wrong. He didn't. The prize money wasn't that clever. It's awkward for him to say we didn't have a lot of television programs of darts, but it's only up to the broadcasters like BBC, ITV, all them to put it on. It's hard to put things on if they want. I'll give you, if the guys in the BBC like Bally, they put Bally on. That's the problem. Or ice skating, or boat racing or something.
One of the main sort of things that is levelled at him is the idea that he should have maybe sort of ceded control at some point, rather given it to somebody else. Would you go along with that?
No, I think he done.
I
think he done. I think he done all right. I mean, there's the National Darts Association of Great Britain, NDA. They done the Players Number 6. They done the News of the World. They done the six-a-side. They done a lot. And Ollie come along. He worked with him for a while, and then he pushed him out.
Right.
He pushed him out. All right. He got some television programs. He done in the counties and all that, but no one wanted to pay for nothing. No one wanted to pay. When I joined the BDO, it was £5. In 1976, £5. You never paid it no more. It was free to join. But he should have kept it up. He should have made it £100 to join. Everyone who played in it should have paid £100. When you go to play golf, you have to pay money for the club, don't you? Bowls, you have to pay money. Darts, you didn't pay nothing. Well, there's no revenue coming in. I don't know how many thousands, say you had 15,000 people, right? £100, it's a lot of money, isn't it? He can play for his own television productions. You understand what I'm getting at?
Absolutely,
He didn't even think of that. Anyway, I done a meeting, right, with the counties, and I explained that we need to put money in ourselves to get some wind in the sails, put it that way. Got harbour, all the soldiers, no wind, can't go nowhere. Money, you've got to have money to go places, you've got to do it, you've got to have money to put wind in the sails. And I done a talk, and, well, they said, no, we couldn't afford that. People were saying, what about this, that's too dear. And one bloke got up and he said, well, £10 a year we could probably do it. And somebody said, well, I wouldn't have paid £10. I said, £10 a year is 20 pence a week.
Yes.
How stupid is that? And they didn't want to put no money. No, the counties didn't want to do it. Ollie said, I told you, his hands were tied. And that was the start of the downfall. No bees and honey. No money in it. That's it. Now, Barry got hold of he told me he could smell money in darts. I could smell it, he said. He thought, right. So he put a few quid in. He organised it. He had got the television. That's because he was doing the boxing and he was involved in the snooker at the time, probably. And he got it on the telly, and he made money for it. He made a lot of money, but he made the boys a lot of money.
Barry Hearn was very complimentary about you at an event, a screening, wasn't he, in Leicester Square a few years ago?
Well, yeah, Leicester Square. I was on the stage answering questions, and I didn't really understand. I thought he's having a go at me here. But yeah, Anderson was world champion then, and he said, well, got Bobby George and Anderson. All right. Anderson's world champion. Bobby George is a product, I forgot what I was saying now.
Just about about being a brand, Lev, about sort of being how you were a brand. You know, you were more
a brand. Oh,
there
you go. Yeah, brand. So he said, Anderson's a dart player. Bobby George is a brand. Anderson, world champion. But Bobby George will be there a long while because he's a brand. And I thought he's having a pop at me, him. But Mary said, no, that was quite nice for him to say that. I thought, oh, you know.
Yes, it's a testament to your long-standedness in the game, that idea that you will be around when others have come and gone,
but
you know.
Ollie was sort of...
Was Ollie a businessman, Bobby?
Is what?
Was he a businessman?
Yeah, he was a businessman, but he was a bit deep businessman, I think. A bit, I don't know, really. He had a few quid out of it, obviously, and he wanted to hold on to it. But I remember I remember he came fishing here, right? Well, he didn't come fishing, but all the crops used to come here and do a weekend fishing. They put tents up and mates and that. It was quite good. And he come along and have a look. And I had a dog. He's like a Dulux dog, quite big. His name's Dosh. He had his nuts done, so he didn't get fruity or nothing. But every time Ollie came, right, he come 3 times. Every time he came, he sniffed round Ollie, he put his paws round him and he started doing it, see?
Yeah.
And Ollie said, what's he doing? Because he never had a dog. I said, he's fucking you, Ollie. Who is he? What's his name? I said, Barry Earn. He got the right hump. I put it in the darts world. He done his nut. But it was a bit of humour.
I love that.
It's only humour.
I love that.
Barry Earn had a bad bloke. Ollie wasn't that bad either.
No.
But so you don't... It's quite. I thought it was funny.
I think that's great. I really do. I think that's absolutely brilliant. And also, like, just the last thing on this particular subject, there's a lot of hostility, BDO versus PDC, and I think it got towards the stage where the BDO was sort of being seen by darts fans as not being as good as the PDC, the players not being as good as the PDC, and a lot of negativity started to come towards players and personalities in the BDO. Because they were in the BDO. Now, that might sound a bit alien to new viewers of the game today, this idea that 2 political organisations... Because the BDO isn't there anymore, but I don't feel the same sort of hostility about the WDF and the PDC. But did you feel like you were being unfairly tarred with that sort of being associated with the BDO?
He's BDO. I ain't BDO. Bob's Dart Organisation, yeah.
Oh.
It was like Phil's Dart Club. PDC.
Right.
Phil's Dart Club. I used to call it Phil's Dart Club. And I called the BDO Bob's Dart Organisation. But I wasn't in the BDO.
No.
I wasn't involved in tournaments in the BDO. I was working for BBC or ITV or whatever.
Yeah.
So I know talk about the people in front of me.
Yeah.
Not the people that's been there or behind me. I've got to talk about the people in front of me.
And that was it.
And they say, well, we're better players. But they all come from the BDO originally. All of them.
Yeah.
13, I think there was. Yeah. So I thought, what are you on about? I couldn't get it because I wasn't involved. So I just let them get on with it. Yeah. But they said, you PDC. I said, yes, they pay me.
Yes.
On BDO, they pay. BBC, they pay me. ITV, they pay me. Yeah. I wasn't sure, because his PDC can't talk to him and all that rubbish. Ridiculous it got. But it's just, the press made it even worse than what it was. Dart players wasn't really like that. They wasn't nasty to each other, but the press, anything out of the ordinary, got to stir it up a bit, got to make it readable, you know. But I didn't have nothing but to do with the PDC, and I had nothing in the end to do with the BDO really. I just looked after me, and that's it. They might say I'm selfish, but I was.
But I don't blame you because, like you say, like it was toxic times when you look back on it.
Yeah, it was stupid.
Yeah, people being set against each other. I mean, and like I say, it might sound a bit of an alien concept to new viewers of the game these days, but that's what it was like. Yeah. You know, people were getting banned left, right, and centre. It must have been a bit of a minefield. I remember
Tony Jenkins. He was PDC, wasn't he?
Yes.
He came run up a lot of tournaments, didn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
He played in the World Masters one year because he qualified for the BDO. And my Mr. Marie said, that's really bad what they're doing. They're booing him. When he went on the stage.
Because he was PDC?
Yeah, booing him. How stupid can you get?
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that at the time. I thought, just fancy booing him.
Yeah. How can you boo Terry Jenkins at the best of times, you know?
No, but it's not. He was a good dart player, quiet guy. Not booing him. Oh, they wouldn't have booed him. Oh.
But the important thing was that he was a good dart player. It wasn't about BDO, PDC. It was the fact that he was a good dart player. And that's...
Anyone comes up, he come runner up 9 times. I'd rather come runner up 9 times than win it once. Because I'll earn more money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about your sort of BBC career with the punditry, but all the other shows that you've done, Bobby, that you've been invited on to, I mean, take your pick, you know, Come Dine With Me, Cash in the Attic, Celebrity Fit Club. I wanted to ask you about Celebrity Fit Club because you did that with Andy Fordham, didn't you?
No, he done it before.
Okay, sorry, excuse me.
It was called, it was called like Fit Club, but it should have been called Fat Club.
Right, yeah.
You know, it was how much weight you lose, not how fit you were.
Well, I mean, what is like your best memories of those sorts of TV shows? I mean, because you've met people on those shows, they probably wouldn't have never have gotten to meet us. You're invited onto all these shows because of the public figure that you are, the very popular public figure that you are. And I don't think there's any story that I can think of that illustrates that more than when you went to the Sports Personality one year.
Yeah, that was quite funny.
Yeah,
Well,
feel free to drop as many names as you like. I'll pick them up for you.
I got embarrassed when I was home.
Oh, right.
Because I went to Sports Personality year, and footballer.
Paul Merson.
Eh?
Paul Merson? Oh,
No.
Paul Gascoigne.
Paul Gascoigne.
Right, okay, yeah.
So anyway, I went to the Personality Year Award, and I said, meet Paul. Right, Paul, there you go. The way he talks, gives a rollie.
Yeah.
I ride my fag. So I'm having a chat with him, and we walk in the BBC Centre, and I said, where am I going, darling? She said, go with Paul. So off I went with Paul. I got up there. Peter Salmon was in charge then. Oh, he said, Peter Salmon said, I didn't know you won the Personality Year Award, Bobby. I said, about time I did then, innit?
Oh.
See, that's what I said to
Yeah.
him. Champagne they give you. Well, I don't like champagne, you know. So I see the cameramen and everyone there. I said, can you get any beers? He said, yeah, we'll get you some beers. We go downstairs and get some. So they went down and brought a couple of crates up. And I had my penknife, and opened them up. Henry Cooper, oh, I'll have one of them. I went, all right. The driver Manson, he got one of them, but yeah. I was like the barman. I shouldn't have, I didn't know that I'm giving the beers away and all that, giving it. And then Princess Anne wanted me to sign this, because she was there.
So now you're even getting royalty asking for your autograph.
Right, so so Bummer's come and said, can you sign there? I said, yeah, I put love. Bobby Joe said, she thinks she wants kisses on the bottom.
Oh.
I said, oh yes, please. So I put kisses on the bottom.
Oh.
Henry Cooper said, boy, you are, Bo, ain't you? Kisses on the bottom and all. I don't believe it, he said. Because he's nice, Henry Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it. He's a nice bloke, Henry. I knew him through work and one thing and another. He was a plasterer and floor layer. That's how I've got the name. Yeah. And he actually worked for a guy that I worked with, so I got to know the stories of him, see?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm there, you know, I'm like pop star and it, drinking and all that. And then we go and watch the show. And I come home and I told Marie, she said, you're not supposed to be in there. It's for people that won the Personality Year over 50 years. And I'm in there taking over, giving everyone, I'm not even supposed to be there. I was in here, but she told me I'm in bright red. I thought, no. I didn't know. What a dickhead.
And then a few years after that, your profile and your career had a real shot in the arm with the real Marigold Hotel.
Yeah, that was a good programme. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I mean, and it looked it as well. I think a lot of people did. It was nominated for a BAFTA.
Yeah, we won the BBC Broadcast of the Year award. We won a lot of awards.
Yeah. I remember being at dinner with you, and people were coming up to you saying how much they were enjoying Real Marigold Hotel. It wasn't about darts. It was about that show,
people,
you know?
old people going to a country and see if you could live in the country.
Yeah.
With your pension.
Yeah.
Well, when you get old rheumatism, you don't like to get cold. You've got to light the fire. Eating bills are dear. You go to India, nice and warm. You've got no eating bills. You know, it was good because they're all different sorts of walks of life. We're all different.
Yeah.
It was good because we saw the good lived and the royalty lived and the poor people lived. It was interesting. And then we went to America. I've done America. That was because in America, if you've got money and you're old, you can live nice.
You were very ill in America.
If you haven't got any money, then you've had it.
You were very ill in America as well, weren't you, filming that show?
Young.
Very ill. You were taken unwell.
No, that wasn't that show.
Oh, wasn't it?
Oh no, that was Gone to
Pot. Oh, you went to... Sorry, excuse me. Yes,
That's
that was in America,
pro-
but a different programme.
Yeah, Gone to Pot.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that was terrible. Marijuana. Went there for marijuana to see if you could, if it's good for the medical side. Well, when you're high, you don't feel no pain anyway. Well, this woman, I went to, cut the story short, I went to have a meal with them because her daughter, she had brain damage and she had a terrible accident. A plane landed on her car
And how that now
Now,
that's
that
unlucky.
is unusual, isn't it? That is unusual. And
Yeah.
it damaged her brain. So a marijuana specialist, a doctor, herbal doctor, put her on the food, put her on marijuana. She was having like 100 seizures a day, something like that.
Really?
And she got down to 1 a month.
Because of her use of marijuana.
Because she go to work then.
Right.
Well, her mum, I didn't have anything in the meal, but she said, "You want some ice cream?" I said, "Yeah, I love it." Be honest, Marie, every time I have something to eat, I always had to have ice cream. I love a bit of ice cream. So she got 3 little scoops, ice cream, yeah. I said, "Go on, I love ice cream, chuck it on." I didn't know it was all 35 times over my limit was in the ice cream. I never had marijuana in my life.
Wow, 35 times over the
I,
limit.
Yeah, horrendous pain. It was horrendous.
It was a pain.
It was
what
a
you were
pain.
experiencing.
It's like having seasickness and hangover 1,000 times worse than your bed.
Hallucinations?
No, it's headache, spinning. Oh, you can't open your eyes. You will cry. You want your mummy. It's that. You want to get out of it.
Yeah.
You can't get out. All you can move is your thumbs. Can't move nothing else.
I must say, I bet ITV were absolutely, they must be
Oh,
scared
yeah.
out their wits.
Well, the doctor said, "I'll put you on a drip, Bobby. I know you can hear me." He said, "But waggle your right thumb, because I've got witnesses here to say I can do it." I thought, fuck it, I'm saying get it in me fucking veins quick, mate. I want to get out of this, you know?
Yeah.
It was a horrendous
Wow.
pain. I'm under, I'm gone. But you can hear everything when you're under. You're not
Could you
out.
speak?
Eh?
Could you
You
speak?
can't speak.
Couldn't speak.
No, move them.
And
I'm
that was
thinking,
it.
you know what I thought? Because they put slips of banana in your mouth and drinks for a bowl. I thought to myself, they've got 3 camera crews there, 3 camera crews all the night and everything. I thought, don't shoot yourself up now. I can't move.
Oh.
I thought, don't. I'm thinking to me,
But whatever you do,
whatever you do, Bobby, don't crap in your pants. I thought, don't even say it. But I'm saying to myself, it was horrendous. It was.
but Bobby, you've had.
But at least I've done. It works for some people for health, and it doesn't for others. I tried everything. I don't touch it, because I don't touch it. But I touched it and I smoked it. I done grown in mountains, people's gardens, in their indoors. Government, it was the best one, the government one. Nice. They done a lemon one, so you haven't got that horrible smell. To smoke it, you can't smoke it upright. Yeah, over here they say I had a joint this morning. In America, you have 3 or 4 puffs. You can't smoke a joint. You know, unless
No.
you can't. It's proper stuff, you know, government stuff. It's like having 4 pints of lager. That's how I describe it. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
3 or 4 puffs, and it's cheaper than beer, put it that way. But it just makes you, it chills you out.
I mean, Bobby, you've had such an amazing career and all these different sort of experiences and all the rest of it. I mean, a word about your family life, though. I mean, sort of obviously Richie played, didn't he? Richie George had a period as a player where he played at a few World Championships, made the semi-finals one year.
He's an idiot, that boy. I trained
Okay.
him. I trained him from a 4-year-old.
Right.
I taught him how to count.
Yeah.
By 6, he could count unbelievable, fast,
Yeah.
really good, right? Because he's built that way.
Yeah.
I taught him the timing. See, a lot of people, it's in this program, they throw a dart, they practice, right? Young people practice on practicing well. They're not playing well, they're practicing well.
Yeah.
Because when you play, you've got 12 to 14 seconds gap before you throw. So you've got to train yourself to do 13 seconds, 14 seconds, 12 seconds, whatever suits you. You control the game. If you're playing a slow player or a fast player, he ain't going to be more than 12 seconds. Yeah. So I taught him all that.
Does he still play now, Bobby?
No, he never bothered.
He doesn't play anymore now.
He put his darts on the bar and said, I ain't paying no more, Dad. Before he said, I don't like the travelling.
Well, Robert was quite sort of similar as well, because he's a heck of a dart player as well, by all accounts.
Robert, he could... Well, he's hit a 180 with them darts there, like, they didn't stick them in.
Well, yeah, that is a 180, yeah.
Yeah, right? He done that when he was in early. Yeah. That's what he does. He could score really, really good, right?
I love the story that you said about when you were watching him and he said, why don't you take this
when
up?
he was young, he was, I don't know how old he was in the youth Super League, Essex. And I'm watching at Whitton Football Club. And he won 60. They said, Robert, you require 60. So he's gone, double 15, double 15. Oh. Right? I thought, oh my God. Shook the bloke's hand, come off. I said, Rob, you can't do that. He said, what do you mean? I said, you don't go double. He said, it's 60, isn't it? Double 15 and double. Well, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I said, who do you think you are? Bobby George? He said, well, I am.
Oh.
Well, he is Bobby George, isn't he?
I love the one as well where
with the phone.
He was practicing, wasn't he, at home? And he said, well, why don't you take this up professionally? And then his response to you, he just looked at you and goes, old man sport. And walks out.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, old man sport.
You must be like, well, thanks.
Yeah,
thanks,
old man
Robert.
sport.
Yeah, cheers.
It's like he was playing another match and he's on the stage and he wants double one. And the phone rings. So he said to the opponent, hang on, phone call.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm in a dart match at the moment. I just want, hang on, I want double one, hang on. Got him shot. Oh. And I couldn't believe it. It's just like he was walking down the street. That's what Robert's like that.
Yeah.
Robert, nothing like Richard, completely different. Very good dart player, but he don't play in the pub. He doesn't, but score-wise, everything, he's really good.
And a word on Marie, Bobby, as well. A word on Marie, because she's obviously married, but also your manager, your PA. How much does Marie mean to you, Bobby?
She is the bee's knees.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't know how she does it. She cleans the house. Even bathrooms, all them have got to be cleaned, even if you don't use them. She does all the phone calls, she does all my business, she runs the fishing, she does everything. Like tomorrow I've got Sky Television, something else, I've got 4 or 5 on the trot. All got to be timed, all got to be picked up certain places, can't be late, Yeah. She does everything.
Yeah.
All I do is talk to you or throw darts. And I manage outside. She manages inside and the house and all the business. I'm a gardener, put it that way. I'm just a gardener.
I mean,
she's a lovely lady,
Oh, she is.
I'm so lucky. You've got to be so lucky to find someone that is a true mate. See, when you're young, it's all like, oh, give her one, don't you? All sex and that, right? You can't help it because that's in your DNA or in your genes, right? Yeah. But when you get older, that part of it goes. And
it becomes about companionship and friendship and yes, yeah.
My penis lives beyond my penis lives beyond my liver.
Oh right.
In a wet Sainsbury's bag now. Right?
We'll leave that in, it's fine.
You want a mate.
In case anyone was wondering.
You want a mate. That's
exactly.
Someone you love.
Yes.
And she said, am I getting old? She never gets old to me. She looks the same to me. Yeah. She is a wonderful human being. That's our part. She is. She's wonderful. Does everything. Clever. She's strong. She don't want the A40 and going up the A1. She knows the way to go.
Do you know, my favourite saying of yours is that he's got too much crat before he's done the biz.
Yeah, that's it.
That makes me laugh every time.
Yeah.
It really does. It's... I mean, it's funny though, Bobby, isn't it? I mean, when you think you really were sort of like a pioneer of the exhibitions, you were a pioneer of the showmanship. You're also the pioneer of the walk-on song, aren't you?
Well, when I done the walk-on, see, when they used to play at the embassy, they have a game finish, everyone clap, go off, quiet, dead. Then they come on, sometimes they had their own flag, right? Come on with their flag of their country. but nothing. There's no buzz at all. And Bob Wilson, his name, was a cameraman. He's passed away now. He said, it gone flat again, Bob. I said, yeah, it's right boring, isn't it now? Getting boring. They could do with some music. Like, have a walk-on or something.
Yeah.
He went, yeah, that'd be a good idea. So I said, well, go and ask the Beeb, see what they say. And the Beeb said, yeah, we'll try it then. I asked Ollie Croft, and he didn't know what I was talking about really. He went, well, all right, carry on. So the first walk-on music in dance ever was You Want to Be in My Game by Gary Glitter. Because they call me Glitter. Want to be in my gang,
I mean, if you don't laugh, you try,
everyone knew the words.
Yeah, yes.
It was from dead to really going to town.
In those days, yeah.
So after what happened to Gary, like he done, naughty boy, I had to change it to a different song. Well, I thought that I think all walk-on music has got to have a meaning in it. You've got to have something that probably what you've done or whatever. Now, the walk-on, We Are the Champions, I didn't say I am, we are the champions. Yes. I bet kicks on the floor, got up. It tells a story, and it's like me, really, the story, right? So that's why I used
that idea of getting up off the
canvas. And not only that, it was one of the longest walk-on music there is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Or the amount of times I've heard it go on loop. As you've been going over the crowd. It goes on loop.
I've done it 4 times, 5 times. I'm walking through the crowd, right? I feel, what am I doing? I feel like Del Boy walking through Peckham Road just as Batman, but a right dickhead. I do sometimes. But isn't it funny how you pick up, they all like it. I mean, when I played Michael, I used to play Michael occasionally, I used to come on with my walk-on was Help by the Beatles. Help, I need someone. And because people could hear they knew the words and they could see what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Help me out, I'm playing him, sort of thing.
Bobby, the ending of the book I found quite sort of poignant because you pay tribute to all of the people, or certainly a lot of the people that have helped you in your life get you to where you are now, who are sadly no longer with us.
Yeah, God, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I mean, so you're 80 years of age in December, and you're not going anywhere for a long time. There's no question about that. But
I've been dreaming about going through the gates.
Have you?
Well, I'm telling lies now.
Oh, right.
Right, I'm going through the gates. I'm queuing up. I can see the gates, and I'll say, "Oh no, but I'll say, go on, wake up. You go first. Go on, mate. I'll keep going down the back." Keep getting in the back of the crowd. I don't want to go for the gates yet.
Exactly. No, absolutely. You're not going anywhere for years and years.
Well,
the
thing is, like I said, you never get old until you look in the mirror.
Exactly.
And I've got a dodgy back. I walk like a monkey. When I come out of the shower, I look like a silverback gorilla.
Oh.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought, God, I had a nice body once. Now I look like a dried up donut with no jam in it. Right? Completely different person. My physique gone, I'm like Sanson and my strength is gone, but I'm still here.
And you're still here.
I'm still here.
The title
That's
of
a
your
word
book,
I've
Still
used.
Here.
Still here. So, as long as I keep breathing in and breathing out, I'm still here.
And when you're sat on the lakes or sat in the chairs, whatever it is that you're doing, when you have 5 minutes to yourself, do you think to yourself, after everything you've gone through in your life, the adversity, right the way through your dart career, your successful television career, do you sit down and think to yourself, boy, done good? Do you allow yourself to think like that?
Well, I don't feel that. People say you're a celebrity. I didn't feel like a celebrity. I never have done. I've never been that way. You know me from when you was a kid.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
I treat everyone the same, don't I?
Yes,
I'm not a celebrity. I was lucky to get on with what I was doing. I was lucky. Things helped me out. I've got parts in television. I've got parts in films. Even worked with Johnny Depp once. I've got loads of different things. I've done a couple of movies. Not much, but I've done a bit. I've done things that a dart player never done. I've done a lot of things dart players never done.
And you're still looking forward instead of looking back. Do you like looking back, Bobby? Is it all about looking forward?
I can't see what's in front of me, to be honest with you. I can only see what's behind me. I don't know what's going to happen in front of me. I don't know. I could be, I don't know, it's probably the mayor of California one day.
I tell you, and I tell
Well,
you
Ollie
what,
was.
I'd vote for you.
Ollie was not.
I'd vote for you, Bobby.
You vote for me. No, but everyone's different in life. Everyone's got something to do in life to make their life better. Not only that, you've got to enjoy what you're doing.
Yes.
You always remember, enjoy what you're doing. If you're enjoying it, the time goes, you want to go to work because you enjoy it. If you've got a job that you keep looking at your watch, get out of that job because you're not living. You're not enjoying life. You're just doing it to pay bricks and mortar. That's what people do. Pay bricks and mortar up. You know, can't go out on a Saturday night, got no money. Got to pay the mortgage or got to pay this or that. Do something you can enjoy. Live in a tent if you can, enjoy it. I wouldn't mind living in a tent. Probably be a big one, but...
With lots of jewellery and lots of gold chains. This, gold tent.
Oh, this is not... It's not me, you know. I'm
it's
not...
a persona.
Yeah.
Right, that's the difference.
Yeah, I'll go shopping, they say, where's your gold and all that?
Yeah.
Where's your candles? Where's your cape? You think I'm Superman or something? But
Bobby, I love you. Thank you very, very much.
Well...
thank you for coming on.
Always
honestly, for being the first guest on our new YouTube series.
I always say to everyone listening, may the dance be with you. Be lucky and be safe. Cheers.
And the same to you. We do actually have some fan Q&A questions very quickly. We'll just rattle through. Tyler on Instagram asks, how did you come up with your infamous celebration? Talking about the I can't do it, Sifu. I'm going to have to do that, Sifu.
You mean this?
Yeah, all that business.
With
Now,
your pets
how did you find out that? I'd like to know that actually. How did you realise you could?
I was physically, I had a good body, right? I ain't got it now. I've got semi-shape, but
Right.
and I could do that. I could move all my muscles, you know.
Right.
So I just thought, how I come out with it, I used to lift my shirt up once and go like that, see, with it.
Yeah.
With a pec. And little Richard said to me, why don't you make a pocket on it? I thought, yeah, oh. Well, his cousin, she's a nurse, she was there, she said, I'll do one and make a pocket for you. And that's what I do.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So I've got, if I'm doing a Welsh one, I've got a Welsh shirt.
Yeah.
I'll put it down, it says, could you, would you, or should you? Right? That's the Welsh one. Then I've got, England brought me a shirt, England organisation. Yeah. Nice shirt, you know, white, red, glitter, all that, diamonds on it. And I didn't know, and I'm in photographs, and I got to the hotel, I thought, I wonder what they put on it. I pulled it down, it said, God save the Queen. I thought that was quite funny, right? Then I got a Dutch one, it said in Dutch, not bad for an old one. I've got quite, I can't think of them. Yeah. I've got quite a few different. So I just come up with a saying at the time, and I thought I'll use that. But I can never remember what I come up with. My missus told me, makes me laugh. In the book, I read the book, I laugh because it's years ago. Some of them stories,
yes,
they make me laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
yeah.
Memories, isn't it? It's memories.
They are.
Memory of life. You know,
exactly.
Some people are fortunate to have a good life and a good memory. Some poor souls don't have that. So we got to enjoy what we're doing. While we're doing it. What other question?
Jamie on Instagram asks, who is the handsomest dart player in the world, Bobby, and why is it you?
Well, someone's... Now, what did I say? I've got to think where I said that. I said it somewhere.
Did you used to get a lot of female attention, Bobby, back in the day?
More men.
More men? Myself included.
Yeah, of course, you know, I didn't really... I was quite good looking when I was young.
Yes.
I was a bit foolish, really. But no, I had a few ladies, but not as many as I should.
No.
Put it that way.
Holly Dawes on X asks, in your prime, name any player, past or present, who you would like to play. If you were in your prime, who would you like to have a game of darts against? If you haven't already.
I've played against him fun. Is Luke Humphries.
Yeah.
When he was younger.
How good is Luke Humphries, by the way?
what a lovely person.
Yes, he is.
What a lovely. You couldn't. World champion. You couldn't have a better world champion, could you?
No, you couldn't. No. Oh, he's a model professional, isn't he?
He is so nice. He used to come with his dad and his granddad to MODUS things.
Yes.
I used to do Shanghai's. Shanghai and free. I said, you got to use all the balls, you dickhead. You can't just stop. You got Shanghai and free for. Anyway, you can see I've got to lose a lot of weight. He lost a lot of weight.
He did, yes.
And he could practice because he lost the weight.
Yeah.
That's why. And what a dart player.
Oh.
What some sort of dart player.
Absolutely.
But a lovely person. He always gives me a cuddle. He's always got time for everyone. He was at Birmingham, I don't know, it goes so quick, maybe 4 months ago, and he's doing a talk at a big trade fair, and I knew he was there because I was on the stand near him, doing magic numbers and that. Yeah. So I thought I'd get there early, and I sat in the audience. It was like a semi-afternoon, and the bloke interviewing see him, and he went. So I went round the side so he couldn't see me, and I sat down. Any question? I said, yeah, why are all world champions now ugly?
Oh.
Right? He went, no, he jumped up, he went mad when he see me. Then he cuddled me, and he sat me down where he was. And he sat where I was. That's the difference, no sort of up the front or look at me.
No ego.
No ego. Great when he loses, he takes it on the chin, he smiles. That's it. But he's some dart player. And when he's on, he's some dart player.
Some dart player.
Yeah.
Final question. _Helinski asks on Instagram, how does it feel to be the most golden player ever? All this gold that we were talking about, all the joy. I mean, so it is a persona, isn't it?
No, I've got other bits. I don't wear it all. This is.
Well, you've done advertisements.
I know. When I put this on, I normally get paid for it.
Right.
But I ain't getting paid today. So.
No, I'm sorry.
I didn't put it all on.
I'm very tight.
No, only joking. Image I've done. Glitter, rings, diamond rings, all the gear. Not Mickey Mouse either. I don't like Mickey Mouse stuff. And capes, candles. I've done it for the crack, and sometimes I think, why did I ever do that? But people like it even today. Wait, you gonna do a walk? And I think, yeah, they go, yeah. Funny, isn't it? Weird. Because like a lot of youngsters were young when I was playing, so I've got all their mum, their grandmothers. I've got all the whole lot. Yeah. So it's nice that the youth know me.
They do, and this is the whole thing. This is the whole genius thing about you. The fact, like I said in the introduction, that you've transcended the sport. You have this persona that everybody knows, from the youngsters right up until the older generations. Yeah. So many memories, Bobby. The book is absolutely fantastic. Still Here, Bobby George, the King of Bling, is out now everywhere. Honestly, go and buy it. Every darts fan, even if you're a non-darts fan, go and get your hands on it, because there are so many fantastic memories and stories in there with the one and only Bobby George. Thank you so much for coming on.
Cheers.
And thank you very much all for watching. $180